Welcome to Miami, where the sun shines bright but not as brightly as the spotlight on Jonathan Kirk, aka DaBaby, in January 2020. A rapper known for his hits, now hitting headlines for an alleged altercation. Kirk finds himself in an interrogation room, a scene more fitting for a dramatic movie than a chart-topping artist's schedule. It's the curious case of a celebrity swapping mic drops for jaw drops. The incident and arrest. The scene is set at a buzzing Miami nightclub, where Kirk was slated to perform. It was supposed to be a night of rhythm and rhyme, but it spiraled into a story of alleged crime. The script goes off course when the nightclub owner, armed with only 20 grand of the promised 30, approached Kirk. It's like offering a lion half a steak, not the best idea. The owner alleges that Kirk, not one to mince words or actions, decided to communicate in a language far removed from his lyrical prowess. He's accused of unleashing a flurry of punches, not punchlines, on the unfortunate owner. As if this wasn't enough for a night's work, Kirk's crew allegedly jumped into the fray, adding insult to injury, quite literally. The owner claims he was not just beaten, but also relieved of his phone, credit card, and a modest $80 cash, a curious case of a celebrity-turned-alleged robber. But where's the evidence? Enter the obscured CCTV footage, as clear as a foggy Miami morning, capturing a scuffle, but lacking the clarity to point fingers conclusively. It's like trying to identify a needle in a nightclub haystack. The plot thickens when Kirk, perhaps thinking the night's excitement was over, returns to his hotel. But the night had just begun. Waiting for him were the nightclub owner, brimming with accusations, and Miami's finest, ready to turn the rapper's suite into a crime scene. Kirk, the man used to flashing lights of cameras, found himself under the less glamorous lights of police cruisers. In a twist befitting a Miami Vice episode, Kirk goes from commanding stages to being commanded into custody. From the high life to the holding cell, the rapper's journey that night was less about bars and beats and more about bars of a different kind. Welcome to the interrogation room, where the tables turn, literally and figuratively. Miami's finest detectives, armed with badges, brains, and a bucket load of questions, ready to crack the case wide open. Opposite them sits Jonathan Kirk, aka DaBaby, rapper extraordinaire, now tight-lipped like a clam with secrets. As the detectives launch their interrogation, armed with questions sharper than a DJ's needle, they find themselves facing a wall. Not just any wall, but a wall of silence, wrapped in designer threads and a poker face.
Your full name?
Come on.
We just want to get through. This is just a formality. Just tell, name, date of birth, and all that stuff. An incident occurred at the hotel, 1500 Southwest First Avenue, that you were there for, correct?
What incident?
An incident. You had an altercation with somebody?
No.
You didn't. Did you have a business dealing with somebody?
No.
You didn't.
No.
So somebody didn't bring you $20,000 in front of the hotel in your SUV?
No.
Kirk, knowing the power of words, decides to wield silence like a lyrical maestro, dropping a beat of quiet defiance. It's an interrogation room, but Kirk seems to think he's in a silent disco. Detective number 1, with years of experience and a mustache to match, leans in, trying to pierce through Kirk's armor of aloofness. So, about last night, he begins, only to be met with a stare so blank you'd think he asked about quantum physics. Kirk's silence is louder than his chart-topping hits, an impenetrable fortress guarded by the Fifth Amendment. Detective number 2, younger, eager, and a fan of Kirk's music, though he'd never admit it, tries a different approach. "We're just trying to get your side of the story, Mr. Kirk," he says, with a hint of "please make my day." But Kirk, the king of his own narrative, isn't about to let the detectives remix his story. He sits there, cool as a cucumber in a freezer, frustrating the detectives more than a scratched record. As hours tick by, the interrogation room feels less like CSI, Miami, and more like a staring contest championship.
Somebody had somebody bring $20,000 that wasn't theirs and lied to them and told them that it was for an event of theirs on the 31st. And lied to them. That person, once he realized they were doing bad business, said nah and left for his $20,000.
Okay, so you didn't count?
And got my contact information to do business the right way. That's what happened.
Around what time was this, sir?
I don't know. Every time they told us. Whatever time the camera showed me not robbing no damn body that time.
The detectives, usually good at reading people, find Kirk's silence as readable as hieroglyphics without a Rosetta Stone. It's a battle of wills, and Kirk's will is as unshakable as his fanbase.
It's common sense. You know what I made to even be down here? A promoter booked me at that hotel. I didn't pay to be at the hotel. I was paid for. You'd have let me go in my room, you would have saw close to $250,000 cash, legally, hard-earned money. I don't got to take nothing from nobody, bro.
Well, let me ask you this.
I will go outside here right now and throw $10,000 in the air. Like, I do not care about no money. I don't, bro.
As detectives prod and poke, trying to uncover the truth behind the nightclub fiasco, Kirk sits there, as calm as a producer in a recording studio. His defense? A story that spins faster than a DJ's turntable. He tells them it's all a big misunderstanding, a business deal gone south, not some back alley heist. I'm in the business of beats, not beatdowns, he might as well have said. Kirk, with the flair of a seasoned storyteller, paints a picture so vivid it could be his next music video. He talks of deals and dollars, of shady characters and shadier transactions. He portrays himself as an innocent bystander in a world of cutthroat showbiz, caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. But here's the kicker. Kirk's defense strategy is as smooth as his flow.
Was there an argument?
No, it was an argument. I didn't argue with a soul. My voice was never raised. There was never aggressive language from me. None of that.
Was there a fight?
None of that. No, I ain't seen no fight. And nothing was taken. We shouldn't be in no robbery, bro. So when y'all get done doing what y'all doing, y'all need to do y'all job. Y'all need to follow y'all process. And y'all need to arrest whoever gave y'all these false allegations, bro. This is bullshit.
When detectives try to corner him with accusations, he sidesteps with the grace of a dancer in a music video. Robbery? Please, my wallet's thicker than your case file, he quips, metaphorically. His responses are sharp, yet vague, leaving the detectives as confused as a tourist with a map upside down. As Kirk reveals his version of events, it becomes clear that this isn't just an interrogation.
The concierge, the counter. Yeah. Where were you coming from at that point?
Prime, whatever the hell I went to eat. I went to get some food.
Where is that?
I don't remember.
You don't know?
No.
How'd you get there?
In the car.
What kind of car? Was it a car you drove? Somebody else drove?
An Uber.
An Uber?
Yeah.
What kind of car was it? Small car, SUV, truck, what?
I don't know. Let's talk about what matters.
That's why we're here.
Let's talk about what y'all need to get me about this stuff. When I'm driving in the car, what I went to go eat, what time I went, that don't have nothing to do with the fact I ain't robbed a damn soul.
It's a battle of narratives. The detectives, with their rigid law and order mindset, are playing checkers. Kirk, on the other hand, is playing 4D chess, spinning a tale that blurs the lines between fact and fiction, reality and rap. And now, let's spin the vinyl to Larry.
In the legal DJ booth, silence can be your best hit. Under the Fifth Amendment, the right to remain silent is a golden track in the interrogation playlist, protecting you from self-incrimination. And remember, without solid evidence, criminal charges are like a song with no rhythm. They just don't stick.
The incident swiftly became a hot topic, stirring a whirlwind of reactions across the internet. Fans and onlookers were quick to share their views, with many applauding Kirk's handling of the situation. Among the sea of comments, one stood out, encapsulating the public sentiment. Mad respect for DaBaby. First successful interrogation I ever seen on camera where the detectives couldn't break them. He owned them. This statement reflects a widespread admiration for Kirk's composure and astuteness during the interrogation. The public's reaction wasn't just about the celebrity at the center of the drama. It was about the perceived triumph of an individual against the daunting and often overwhelming machinery of law enforcement. Curtain falls on our Miami rap drama, and what a finale it is. After 48 hours of playing cat and mouse in the interrogation room, Jonathan Kirk, aka DaBaby, moonwalks out of custody. The charges? Drop faster than a hot mixtape, all thanks to insufficient evidence.